Fix is held captive by Damien, who expects Puleng to deliver Gregory. Fix tries to reason with him, but he vows to kill her. Damien's group seizes Puleng as she attempts to deliver Gregory to Damien. They drag her to the pool of her former school. Just then, the cops show up and arrest Damien's goons. Fikile shouts for help, and when Damien tries to silence her, she bites his hand. Soon, the cops surround the building and order Damien to release Fikile. They promise to negotiate an appropriate response. Puleng calls Damien and swears that she didn't call the police. Damien allows Fix to speak to the detective, but threatens to pull the trigger if any policeman enters the building. He then asks the detective to send Puleng and Gregory in. To prevent anyone from entering, Damien blocks the door. Fix asks Damien what's wrong with his father, and he tells her he has type 2 diabetes. He doesn't know where his mom is. He adds that his dad nearly killed himself, working to give him the best of everything. That's why he took the settlement from Gregory, because of the expensive medical care. Fix admits that she messed up and begs him to let her help him now. She reminds him of their friendship bond. She pleads with him to end it and let her go, and promises not to press charges. Besides, her dad has a lot of influence. Damien reminds her of the same influence they used to gaslight him when he needed her the most. He points a gun at her and orders her to stop lying. Puleng convinces Gregory to do something about the situation, and they both sneak into the building. Damien holds them at gunpoint as he lets them in. Gregory says sorry for everything he did. He's even willing to apologize publicly, then he pisses himself. Damien, though, decides to tie them up. Fix apologizes to Puleng about leaking the sex tape. She says she didn't mean to hurt her, but Puleng reminds her that she had a choice and she chose to screw her over. She realizes that Fix hasn't changed at all and thinks she is still a self-centered princess. Fix reminds Puleng of the things she did, forcing her way into Parkhurst, lying into her circle of friends, and using her, Wade and KB. Soon, the two sisters start arguing about their families. Puleng states how she lived in the shadow of a sister that didn't even exist, and her dad died for nothing. Fix reminds her that she lost her mom too, meaning Wabisa. Gregory manages to untie himself and fights Damien, but the latter subdues him, then pulls the trigger, but he doesn't harm anyone. Gregory flees, and Damien doesn't attempt to shoot him. Damien is willing to release the two sisters if the cops promise to let him go. The detective accepts. Damien discovers the police's deception as he escorts Fix and Puleng out. He presses a gun against his head. Fix pleads with him to just think of his dad, the dinner he promised him, and to think about his future. Puleng tells him that she came back for Fix because she is her sister and because it's who she is, and she had to stay true to herself. Fix reminds him that he can still change his life. She then takes the gun off him and the cops arrest him. Fix later reunites with her family and everyone is safe and sound. Gregory tells the police that Fix wasn't part of his plan and they take away the accessory after the fact charge. Luckily, she doesn't face any charges. Chris apologizes to Wendy for everything, and they decide to keep dating until the end of the academic year. Lei-Anne apologizes to Puleng for recording her having sex with Ivan. Puleng accepts her apology, as she doesn't want to fight anymore. Chris confesses to the principal that he's the one who stole the papers, and that KB had nothing to do with it. Chris's decision to shoulder all the responsibility shocks KB. KB checks up on Puleng, who says she is tired of wrecking people's lives. He hugs her and reminds her that they're still standing. As they're about to kiss, they get interrupted. Chris then tells KB that he has been expelled and that it was too risky for both of them to fall, especially that KB's parents are in jail. He also gets to help him launch his Joburg career now. Sekenda asks Puleng and her brother how they feel about relocating because she got a job offer in Joburg. Asenda wins the swimming competition and becomes the new champion. Sam confides in Fix about his experiences in the human trafficking ring, how they made him act like a dog while they recorded him for perverts to watch. He tried fighting back, but they beat him up. Fix comforts him and reminds him that he is a strong, beautiful, and resilient man. Wendy confesses to Chris that she is the one that got him expelled because she told Groot Boom that someone was selling exam papers, but she didn't know it was him. He feels cool about it. Sekenda and Anthony almost kiss, but she stops him, saying her children need all of her right now. Puleng and KB reunite at his flat in Johannesburg, suggesting that they have revived their relationship.